All that is left for President Yoweri Museveni is to get the backing of the National Executive Committee and the Central Executive Committee of the National Resistance Movement Party, NRM. Only 2 days ago, the NRM Party Caucus proposed that President Yoweri Museveni, who is also the NRM Party chairman, stands unopposed as the party's candidate in the 2016 presidential elections. Now, as the 10-day retreat continues in Kyankwazi, the caucus has unanimously signed a petition backing the motion by the third Deputy Prime Minister, Moses Ali, that urges the president to contest the party chairmanship.
The motion was signed by so many other historicals and people from backbench, and getting all that 193 and still getting many more MPs calling me from homes that they are not feeling well, but they'll still want to come and append their signatures to support this motion.
The 193 signatures, including that of MPs and ministers, are proof on paper of who is backing the move.
And they said there is no way they can do it just by standing up, but they want to personally append their signatures to it and also have a debate to express how they're going to do the mobilization at the grassroots.
A resolution on party cohesion and governance released after the day's meeting reads in Part 1, aware that when individuals engage in personal scheming, party cohesion is undermined. Development efforts are distracted and the population is diverted from work to early politicking. We hereby resolve to support President Yoweri Museveni to continue leading and facilitating our country on its takeoff journey to transformation, to strongly appeal to and urge President Yoweri Museveni to offer himself as presidential candidate and NRM flag bearer in the 2016 general elections, and to discourage some senior leaders in the party with presidential ambitions from pursuing schemes that compromise party cohesion, unity, breed functionalism, and instead urge them to use established party procedures in an open manner. The caucus defends its decision based on the reasoning that before it wins the general elections, the party should first have cohesion within its ranks. It further argues that as the NRM, the party stands to reject and resist firmly all orchestrated propaganda by opponents that the president has been in office for far too long and therefore should hand over power in a peaceful transition. The caucus further notes that democracy is instead built by ensuring that its core prerequisites like universal, free and fair, regular elections, free press, full citizenry participation, among others, do exist and are deliberately promoted. Some opposition and independent MPs have criticized the move.
I think they have a right. They can go ahead and endorse him as their leader. He already is. So if they want to go ahead and do it in 2016, I don't see a problem with it whatsoever.
Which is a clear indication that they just lack capacity after 28 years.
I did not really want to see come out of Kyankwazi, as has been always a practice, and certainly this is a norm. This is how business goes on in politics here in Uganda.
The controversial anti-homosexuality bill that was passed by Parliament amid calls for caution by the President will be discussed on Friday. Signing of the signatures is one of the strategies that the members of Parliament and some officials in Kyankwazi think is the best method to gain strength, especially when they go to the National Executive Council and SEC to give out their strong ideas on why the President should stand again in 2016. But this doesn't leave the fact that there are other members in the NRM that think that the President is not the right person to stand again, and others, of course, are going ahead to stand against him come 2016. Maurice Ochol, NTV.